Alright, guys, welcome back to another episode of the I.A.M podcast. Today is episode 13, getting up there in the numbers. I appreciate for the people who have been following and watching our podcasts. Some people already have told me like they do watch it and they actually do like it a lot. So I appreciate you guys. Keep liking our videos, keep commenting, even if it's something small, so that our videos can at least like get some traction. And just drop something down below what you want us to talk about. I'm gonna say this in every single video. Like, even though we have our own ideas, we also would like to hear what our followers want from us. I don't really care about talking about anything, so if you guys have any ideas, go for it. Most of the stuff that we mostly talk about is just things that we basically have said in other videos as well, because there's so much to say on those topics because it keeps coming out every single day, especially on like social media and all that stuff. But yeah, for my topic today is just continuing on with the Lindsay Clancy case. There was some more new stuff that came out not that long ago about her trial right now, and then I'm also gonna move on to a deeper dive into the probably more a little bit of like religion and my own conspiracy theory as to why people are it's kind of hard to explain. I don't really know the pinpoint of the topic, but it's just kind of like more of religion and it involving from the last episode to this one, when it involves around like celebrities and them paying money to become famous. But anywho, we also have, I don't know, Wolf, you have your topic, right?
No.
No?
Give me a minute, I'll figure it out.
No, it's fine. I actually heard a couple of new things about the Spider-Man New Day movie, and
I haven't seen it. I want to go watch it.
apparently people are not liking it. But I'll come to that.
Really? I've just heard the exact opposite.
I don't know. I just hear that some people actually don't really like
I
it.
hear, okay, I've
like
heard
a
of a lot of
mixed
people
review
liking it. It's
from
either
me.
A, you love it, or you hate it. I think that's what it is.
I think I'm also going to touch bases on like DC and MCU right now as well.
It actually beat the Odyssey and paid
well,
tickets.
Of course it's going to beat the Odyssey, and the Odyssey is more about Greek mythology than, not a lot of people are into Greek mythology.
Today we are
nowadays.
in the World War I trenches, and we are getting shot to death.
All right, Tony, you have yours too?
Yes, ma'am.
Say it.
I'll elaborate when it's my turn. I'm kidding. No.
Just say
I'm gonna talk
what
about,
it is.
There's a quote from a great movie. I must scream, but I have no mouth. Great little quote. On top of branching off of what that quote means, I'm going to be talking about identity, trying to place yourself with identities that already exist and the problem with that, and a solution. Because if I'm going to talk about a problem, we talk about a solution as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to hear your topic first.
Okay. Alright, so the continuation of Lindsay Clancy's trial right now, there's some stuff that came out new about it. Apparently, they're turning their faces to the husband because when the husband was on trial, he was kind of like saying some things that were out of tune to what was actually happening, from what the wife said, or what actually happened. Apparently, since the husband left, it shouldn't have taken 13 minutes to get to the CVS that was by them, and should have at least taken like 3 minutes. Apparently, there's also video of the man entering the CVS and taking off his shoes and buying new ones. See, for those who don't know, CVS actually does sell shoes and clothes. The simplest things, kind of like a Dollar General or Walmart, or actually, I'm starting to see like small places sell shoes and clothes, which is pretty interesting. But moving on from that, apparently they have video of that, of him entering to the CVS, seeing what he was doing, and they were kind of like, just like, okay, like, why are you doing that? And apparently at that time, since he also drove to get the food where he was supposed to get it, I don't really remember what happened between that point, because they didn't really touch bases on that. He drove back home, and people are conspiring, saying that he might have moved the bed away from the window and threw his wife from the second story, because at that time when the husband called, she said that she threw herself out the window when her husband came home. Apparently the husband said that both of the cars were actually in the driveway when he found her, and that was like kind of like the confusing part of like, okay, so if you were out, why were there be two cars in the driveway, like parked fully into the driveway and not onto the side or anything like that. Another thing is that they are, like I said, they're speculating that he threw her out the window, or previously threw her out the window because of her. I think I said about the core temperature in the last video, that she jumped from the second story and in the winter, and was outside for pretty much, I guess, a while before the husband found her. Her core temperature, I think, was like 80 degrees, and that's not, I think, I don't know, I'll probably have to quote myself wrong when I'm editing this video. I don't think that's the sign, not a sign of like hypothermia. I think she was out there for a while, apparently.
I mean, depending on how cold it is, where the geography is, that's going to affect the body temperature.
Yeah, I know, but I'm forgetting if she was out there. Apparently, if she was out there for a while before he called. I think that's what I'm trying to relate to, is that that wasn't the case. Like, she was freshly put out there before the paramedics have showed up, and yeah. So I think it was because, like, I think like the coldest temperature that you could what this one doctor said, she said somebody had like 30 degrees, and that's pretty low cold core temperature for somebody that is dealing with like close to hypothermia or anything like that. There is also another thing, is that she never crushed her pills, and doctors do not recommend, if you're taking any types of medication for mental health and stuff like that, they do not recommend you to crush your pills. They rather you just take the whole thing and as that. So apparently she had, this is the conspiracy, apparently her husband has been giving her the wrong pills and have been crushing them into her drink so that she can be loopy. And apparently they also didn't find her DNA on the ropes that she used to, for her children. I don't know if it's confirmed yet if they found the DNA with the father, but if that does come out, then I'll probably just continue on with that in the next episode when we do the next podcast. And there was also another video that came out with lip readers, because she's been muttering to herself and talking to herself, that saying that there was one point in the case where she muttered to herself that she was getting killed by her husband. She said it specifically, I was getting killed. And they read that from her lips. I mean, hey, it's conspiracy. You know, people can read lips wrong. Who knows if she was actually saying that. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe her husband might have done it. And just, who knows? Maybe he did do it. There's also another speculation that he was also cheating on his wife with one of the doctors as well. And that's maybe the reason why he done it, so that he can basically unalive her or put her in jail, so that he could be with doctor. Because I think they were also trying to
just forced.
You know, people are crazy like that. I'm not gonna lie.
Very true.
Yeah, very true. But to be honest, I don't know how I feel about it. I think I talked about this earlier. I don't know how I feel about the whole thing just being his fault or anything. I'm not saying I agree with anything or disagree with anything. It's just more the sense of like, there's too much speculation being thrown about, and all the things that are being said are not official in any sense or
No,
super
most of
official.
it
It's
is official
mostly
because when
lawyer.
they
Hold
put
on,
him,
hold on.
hold on,
Let me finish
when they
first.
put,
Let me finish first.
hold on. You're gonna say the wrong thing before I say something. Because he was on trial, and the things that he was saying didn't make sense. The story that he already officially told to the paramedics. Because right around that time too, he told the paramedics that he found her outside, but she was still warm. So that doesn't make sense. And he was already she was crushing up the pills apparently for herself, but she wasn't.
So that part,
We can't say that.
yeah, you can't say that. You can't. You don't know that. You weren't there for that.
They said it on
That's what
trial.
I'm trying.
That's
Or
what I
is
just
that
said.
the
Yeah, that's one person saying it. That's what I was trying to say before you cut me off. I'm trying to say that a person could say anything. They could say that, hey, I was actually fucking 3 miles away. They can say anything they want. The whole point of this system is just to lie your ass off until
Oh
you
no,
either
if you're
get
talking
away with
about
it.
that, they actually
That's what I
see
was
on his
trying to get at.
GPS
But
of
you,
where he went.
yeah, like I said, I'm not trying to prove anything. I don't care about whoever goes to jail or whoever doesn't. It's more the sense of I'm talking about just the pure sense of I don't trust it or believe it until one person's either convicted, and then we can see how the conviction went, and then I'll look at it and be like, oh, that might have been fucked up.
Okay.
I would be very interested in seeing what they're doing to get this information.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how you
Are
gonna know
they
someone took the pills
well?
or
This
not?
is the assumption, right? We're talking about two individuals. We have the male and we have the female. Female is in some kind of psychosis that's going on. They're being
Yeah, why she have
crazy. They're
pills in the
muttering.
first
They're
point?
talking. Well, there's two things that I want to know: what the pills are, right? The other thing is, what is the extent of injury? When it comes to the male, I want to know the background, and I want to see the data on his phone to back up the rumors that they could be going out with someone. Since
Which is an easy thing to
skepticism,
get if they do skepticize him. It's
well,
just
it
an
depends.
electronic warrant
It depends on what they're going to do to remove
proof.
it, right? I'm assuming the police, they're going to do the normal thing. Somebody who understands, like, oh shit, I might get caught. It only takes like what 15 minutes to read and download something called Graphene OS on an Android phone. You do something like that, no one can pull data from your phone. It keeps it, anonymous. And there's apps that don't save your information. For instance, Snapchat's kind of one of those apps people use to
Well, data
buy
warrants are
and sell
different.
drugs.
Data
That's
warrants are
what I'm
different.
saying. And if they're not in country, they don't have to listen. But Bean, do you have the information for any of this? Do you know what the pills
What
were for the female,
um
what she was taking?
Like the actual information that you're getting this from.
No, no,
from
not,
the
I'm not
actual
getting at that. I'm asking
Oh, okay.
only what the pills are for.
Yeah, what were the pills that you mentioned are?
Oh, the pills are for extreme psychosis during pregnancy, severe depression. Specifically, don't know, but she
Mhm.
hold on, give me a second. You guys can keep talking so that there's not a long pause, but just give me a second while I look it up.
3,000 years.
So,
Hate that.
pregnant psychosis. I'm assuming this is like
It's postpartum
phys-
extreme psychosis.
postpartum. Okay.
So she already has a record of being possibly violent towards her own children.
And I said that in the first episode
And
if
it's
you guys were
just a
listening.
it's just a record. I don't know if it's continuous. I don't know if it's like it's being dealt with.
Okay,
Yeah, but
Because remember, you
so
can take
just
medication and
ignore
it
it.
works.
all right.
Hmm.
To repeat to my fellow men here that didn't pay attention to anything that I was saying in my last episode when I was talking about this specifically.
Don't remember. I'm not to remember.
Hey, I feel personally attacked.
I have a lot
Good.
to remember, man. You try to say we have to remember all
No.
that? Fuck.
I said everything that I needed to say.
God, it's a lot.
So the Lindsay Casey case centers on a Massachusetts mother who accused of fatally strangling her three children in January 2023. Her ongoing high-profile murder trial heavily focused on defense of postpartum depression and psychosis. The 35-year-old labor and delivery nurse DeBruxy, Massachusetts, allegedly strangled her three young children. Of course. According to prosecutors, Clancy sent her husband, Patrick Clancy, out of the house to take out food and pick up medication. While away, she used exercise bands to strangle her children. After the act, she slit her wrists and neck and jumped out of the second-story window in a suicide attempt, which ultimately left her partially paralyzed. The state prosecutors state that Clancy acted intentionally and rationally and swiftly. They claim she intentionally created a window of time by sending her husband on errands to carry out premeditated crime. Defense says that has put forward of lack of criminal responsibility of insanity defense. They argue that she's suffering from severe postpartum and psychosis at the time of the killing, influenced by delusions, sleep deprivation, and heavy regimen of prescribed psychiatric medications. She was on 12 different types of medication that she was supposed to be taking. Because she and over from when her firstborn was born, from 2023 to now, she has seen different doctors that have prescribed her different medications. Now,
No.
No.
yeah.
She's
So
reading the
she was prescribed a cocktail of at least 12 to 13 different psychiatric medications to combat severe postpartum anxiety, depression, and insomnia. She was prescribed trazodone, which is an antidepressant prescribed off label as a sleep aid. Her psychiatric testified that the treatment plan was prior to the tragedy, including increasing her trazodone dosage to target her depression. She was also on Valium and Activin, which is
Valium.
she was prescribed Valium and Ativin. um, which manage acute anxiety and panic, which targeted more for her anxiety. Court records indicate that she was repeatedly placed on volume, and her doctors were attempting to taper her off of it in 2023, mid 2023, January. She was also given 2 week supply of Ativan upon her discharge of her leaving the hospital. Over the course of 4 months, she was given various others antidepressants such as SSRI or SNRIS, anti-anxiety medications, mood stabilizers, and antipsychotics. So they were just throwing fucking medication at this lady and hoping that she would got better. She also over the
Honestly,
wait, hold on.
honestly,
Let me
okay,
get
continue.
this little detail. She also went to the emergency room multiple times, telling them that she's not okay and that she would like to be admitted to the psych ward, and they said no. They released her after that. She also put herself into a psychiatric ward, and they let her go because they told her that she's completely fine. But this is the reason why in the last video, and I'm sorry, Wolf, I know you want to say what you want to say. In the last video, I was saying when it comes to postpartum depression, you may look fine, but when you get home, you are not okay around your children because it's just so much anxiety. There's so much depression from you specifically taking care of your children. That's what postpartum depression does to you. It changes, your hormones change everything in your mind, and people either specifically don't have that ability to take care of their children because it's just so much pressure to be able to keep said child alive.
Hmm.
Is that it, or are you gonna continue?
I have a couple
No, that
questions,
doesn't.
and this isn't necessarily questions towards you. This is just questions that are popping in my head. One, okay, maybe she killed him. My question is, okay, before we were talking about two, now we're talking about this dead kid. And for anyone who's listening, let me give my background a little bit. I don't empathize. I'm not good with empathy, so I'm going to be blunt. When it comes to a 3-year-old kid, I want to know the exact amount of force that's necessary to use the exercise bands. What strength is necessary to strangulate a 3-year-old
Probably
child?
not a lot for a 3-year-old.
Not a lot, is what I'm assuming. So it could have been either one of the parents.
Yeah.
If this woman is on 12 different medications, this severely drugged, if it was the man, I could see a possibility of him convincing her that she did it. He just doesn't
Possible.
remember it due to the amount of drugs that she's on.
That's
I have a major issue
to.
with the fact that the guy knew that the woman was going through all of this shit because, you know, they were both partners at this point. The guy knew that the girl is going through all this stuff, is on 12 different kinds of medication, still chose to leave the house with the child. The man, whether he wants to believe it or not, is not slightly, he is partially responsible for the death of that child. People may not want to hear me say that, but he is partially responsible for that. There
No, I agree.
is risk mitigation, risk management, and just understanding, okay, my wife is going through this. I should take more of the responsibility. I should be 70%, she should do 20 or 30%. Whatever, that's just how it was going to be. People say, like, oh, you should give 100%, 100%. Bro, sometimes motherfuckers need a break. At this point, she clearly needed a fucking break. The man should have done 70% of the fucking work. And that's just my opinion on that. But God, I feel bad. I feel like the state's also partially responsible for this, since they were trying to help, but they said no.
No, that's what people are also saying too. That the state is mostly at fault for this because they could have prevented something like this. The lady was trying to get help, and they kept on saying like,
Mm.
"No, you are fine. You can go home."
Honestly, I'm
I
more
don't
on
know about
me personally.
responsible.
Me personally, I'm more on that. I think honestly that she might have done it. I'm more leaning towards that, but more in the sense of that she was mentally ill and is not given the proper care. So it's not 100% her fault in the sense. She still did it, in my opinion, but in the sense of how you say negligence of medical, in my opinion. She could have killed him. I mean, she could have been fucking psychotic about the whole damn thing. It's such a wild
My
card. It's such a wild card that like they don't even not even remember it next 5 minutes after it happened.
I have two things I would like to say about this topic. Number one, the state has no, and I mean none, responsibility for any of our individual lives.
Oh, of course. But at the same
Do they
time,
have to take care of us? No. Do we want them to? Yes, but that is something the people want versus what the state wants. And I
yeah, but
think
at the
the
same time,
state
you're
and the
looking
government
to
have made
help.
themselves very clear what their position is.
Yeah,
However,
but
the biggest things we need to consider is, are we going to take the fact that they were conscious or not into consideration? Because if we do, that draws an interesting line. Interesting in the sense of, if she was conscious that she did this, was she was fully aware that she's ending her child because it brings her so much sadness and sorrow, are we going to jail her for her emotions and how she handled them? Even though she searched for help, even though she got some kind of help, she was not capable of it. Or are we going to accept the fact that this individual couldn't handle motherhood and should then be banned or barred, chemically castrated, regardless? And that would be the people's decision, not the state. It would be the people. The
honestly,
people would see this and have to make that decision.
honestly,
That decision would have to be
I've
on
always
there.
been with public castrations. Not public, not like in the open. I mean, you know, what I mean, castrations with individuals like this,
But
pedophiles,
who are we
child
to do that,
killers.
right? There's always a question: who are we to do that? At the end of the day, remove emotion, think about it logically. That's all I'm going to say. Some of us can do it, some of us can't. But I will say, man, I am, as much as I am going to say, like, dude, remove her ability to have kids. Go for it. I
Honestly,
truly feel sorry for her.
probably be best.
I, to the deepest, as, as shallow as my heart can be, as shallow as it is, my entire heart does go out to them, as small as it is. I'm like the fucking Grinch, except my shit doesn't get bigger. It stays small. Teeny tiny. But yeah, dude, it's unfortunate.
Yeah,
Sorry
dude.
goes out to the mother.
I'm sorry. Just the way you said it. Yeah,
If you
dude.
think
So
I said it a weird way and I don't realize what I said, I'm fully aware of
No,
what I just said
no.
and how it sounded like.
It's just
That was intentional.
I just saw Mordecai just say like talk about this serious shit and him just say, yeah, dude. Shit's whack.
so what is happening at the current trial right now? The trial, which is taking place, is expected to last up to 6 weeks. The prosecution argument the Commonwealth alleged that Clancy methodically planned the murders. They argued that she acted intentionally and rationally when she sent her husband out for takeout and medication, using the window of time to strangle her children with exercise bands, which we already know that. Key testimony from the 2 weeks. Over 50 witnesses have testified so far. Crucial medication testimony was a major focus during the first week of August. The psychiatric evaluation, Doctor. I'm not gonna say the fucking doctor's name. Two psychiatrists who have treated Clancy
Is it
in
hard to
two
say or you
months.
just don't want to say it?
There's one that says Tuffuts, or I don't even know what the fuck that says, and then Alia Goodhart. I don't fucking know. But the first name is Jennifer Tuffuts. Tuffuts? I don't know. I can't fucking say that. Whatever. Two psychiatrists who treated Clancy in the months and weeks leading up to the tragedy testified. Both noted that Clancy was heavily medicated, depressed, anxious, and feeling numb. She explicitly denied having suicidal or homicidal ideas.
Ideology.
No, it's ideations. I can't. My fucking dyslexia doesn't want me to say it, or speech impediment. They stated they saw no active signs of psychosis during their sessions. Post incident mental state. Forensic psychiatrists testified that in the days of immediately following the killings, Clancy appeared calm, cooperative, clear-headed, and did not show signs of hallucinations. Diary entries. The jury heard experts from Clancy's journals detailing her extreme desperation of brain fog and feeling disconnected from reality when struggling to care for her children. The autopsy reports the trial grew emotional as medical examiners detailed the case of her three children as mechanical aphylaxia, causing Clancy to weep openly in the courtroom. According to the reports of NBC Boston, week 2 ended in a tense exchange between defense attorney and the judge. The judge or a defense attorney Kevin Riddichon and Judge William Reddichon claimed a hot mic caught prosecutors saying shut her up while Clancy was sobbing over the autopsy photos. The district attorney's office denied the accusation, clarifying that the staff was saying shut it off in reference to the digital monitor displaying the graphic photos. The judge issued a stern warning regarding inappropriate courtroom comments. If convicted of first-degree murder, Clancy faces life in prison without the possibility of parole. If the jury accepts her insanity defense and finds her not guilty by reason of lack of criminal responsibility, she will be committed to the state mental health facility. Testimony is scheduled to resume. Yeah, so that's why I said in the last video when we were talking about it, like there's mental institutions that she will basically be claimed by the state to take care of her for her time being. She would not go back into public. Either way, she would not be in public at all. But at the end of the day, I think it would be just much more better for her to just go into a mental institution instead of just being put out in public, like willy-nilly, like not in public, in prison, just willy-nilly, because she can just off herself in there. That's just stupid.
I mean, if she goes to a psych thing, she's going to be heavily medicated the first time she tries anything, in the sense of being aggressive, self-harm, anything like that. Because they realize, she is a danger to herself. She should be medicated. And this form of medication is going to make her, lack of a better word, retarded. It's going to make her incapable of processing or dealing with what she went through, and she'll be in like a she's going to be stuck in limbo. I'm not going to use fucking big ass words.
She's be stuck in limbo. Stuck on limbo.
Is that a life? Man, I'd rather be stuck in limbo once I'm dead, because that's your living life. Stuck in limbo right after something like that. Oof.
So the reason why Clancy's husband is coming up as the possible murder suspect, online conspiracy theories and social media chatter have basically targeted Patrick and Lindsay Clancy's ex-husband, questioning why wasn't he investigated, or floating fringe murder theories. Investigators and legal experts state rumors are false. Patrick had no involvement and lack of any criminal intent. I guess it's just because it's lack of evidence. Investigators found zero evidence that he was involved. Alibi and timeline, phone records, and pharmacy surveillance proved that he was away running errands, picking up medication takeout at the time of the murder took place. Legal standard, according to experts, charging a caregiver with a crime requires proof of reckless discard or intent, which does not apply to Patrick, who has no reason to believe the children are in immediate danger.
Now, do you guys think this is one of those things where, like, oh, it's not the woman's fault, it's the man's fault? Do you think it's going to be one of those situations?
It already is, I feel. With some women.
No, because there's like a 50-50 that everybody's saying that it could have just been the possible of the husbands. That's why I was like, coming up today to talk about it, because I saw a video on it of people just, doing their own theories of, the possibility of the husband doing it himself. Because they're still trying to figure out how can she move the bed out of the way from the window before she slit her hands and wrists and stuff like that before she jumped out before the paramedics arrived. And no, if you're that depressed and stuff like that, I don't think I would probably just
depends. When someone's determined to murder or kill, it's a whole different animal, a whole different level of adrenaline going through your body. It's a whole different level of everything. Your mind becomes something completely different.
Too,
that's why it's always told, like, once you cross that line, you're not going back.
Yeah, I know, I understand that. But what you're not understanding is that before they got there, the husband was saying that she's been outside for a very long time, according to him. But her core temperature was still warm. That's the thing. So,
well, I mean, our body's pretty good at maintaining homeostasis.
Yeah.
I mean, this is in January, so
I don't know where it's at, bro. I'm in a sunny state. It's always hot here.
It's Massachusetts. Massachusetts does get very cold. Very, 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 very cold.
Okay. Let's take, for 1 second, she's outside. What are her clothes? What is she wearing? Do we know that? Bean, do you know what she was wearing?
Well, give me a second.
Oh, I was just waiting for a yes or no.
I wasn't thinking. That's why I was like, give me a second. Okay.
Good.
She's trying to find the proof she needs.
Yeah.
Huh? The what?
You're trying to find the proof you need.
Proof?
You're trying to find the evidence of what she was wearing.
I'm sorry, evidence.
Yeah, I'm like, what proof?
Wrong word.
Choose your words carefully, young Kiwasabi.
Choose your words carefully. I'll be shot at. Oh, that's why. Machine gunner. This is my ASMR building a trench during World War One.
Shit. Lindsay Clancy. They do not specify what she was wearing that night.
Yeah, she should be wearing.
Instead of court evidence regarding clothing from the night focused on her, they were just focusing on what the children were wearing that night, not the.
So they missed a really crucial piece of information right there. What if she was wearing a fucking jacket?
Or
what if she was wearing sweatpants, multiple layers, nothing? That changes the fucking story.
And knowing women, they get cold very easily, so they buy very poofy, good jackets. They don't buy the
Not gonna lie,
shitty like
some of
ones
those
that we
jackets are
buy.
fucking nice.
Like they're meant for fucking like Arctic. I've seen some of these women wear, so she could be wearing one of those fucking fabric crazy. Oh shit! I got ran over.
Well, like I said, and overall, like, I'm not saying like the husband has any part of it. It was just more of like, man, that would be crazy if the husband was actually like behind it all and had some like malicious intent.
Just seemed like the entire time you were saying it was his fault, based off how you're
No, you
saying it.
didn't let me finish. I was just
I mean,
trying
you
to
didn't let me finish a few
explain.
times either.
Because you
Alright,
wouldn't let me
calm
finish this.
down. Stop
No, no, no,
barking.
no, 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 no. It's not argument.
Bark,
The thing is
bark,
that what you
bark.
do, Wolf,
Just
right? You don't let me finish the story where I can finally get to the end point. You don't let me fucking
Then you
finish.
stop talking though. Then I'm confused.
Yeah, because I was literally trying to think, and then you're like, and I'm like, dude, I wasn't even done.
You see what I deal with chat? You see what I deal with?
I don't give a fuck what you fucking deal with, you dumb whore.
You see what I deal with chat? You see the aggression?
He can shove it up his butthole.
I'm pressing charges.
Good, press charges.
First, these nuts.
Depress these nuts.
No, he said.
I said depress these nuts. I don't give a shit what anyone else said. No, depress
Then
these
get
nuts.
the fuck off my chat, you dumb whore. Get out of here if you don't care what anybody else says.
I didn't say, you calling me chat? I'm not chat. They're chat.
No, get off
They're
the chat. Here, you chat. Anywho. But yeah, it would be kind of pretty cool.
Chat.
If
I'm not gonna.
I'm gonna shove my balls so far down your throat.
She's an asshole, chat. Can't you see?
Okay, and? Is that supposed to be a fucking threat?
Of course you like that shit.
Never said I liked it. I also didn't argue.
Okay, but yeah, no, honestly, it would be kind of crazy if they come out with evidence.
Kind of wacky, guys. If it was the dad's fault.
If it was the dad. So I mean, at the end of the day, yet again, I'm gonna keep looking into this trial because it's kind of very interesting in my part to see, like, because like I haven't really heard much of murder cases coming out from like extreme psychosis to postpartum. I know a lot of women do go through it a lot, and this is the reason why, like I say all the time, get your shit checked out, because you know, I don't think any woman out there who has children would ever want to harm them unless they're like just deep dirt trash people that would abuse their children.
Or different psychosis pills. That's another thing.
That too. Or
drugs will do it too.
Yeah, drugs. That's what I'm saying. Unless like you're a piece of shit.
Drugs and psychosis pills.
Yeah, I know that one from experience.
Yeah, so unless you're a piece of shit mom that loves to abuse her children, fuck you. But most women don't really want to hurt their children unless they're going through like extreme mental disorders. So that's why get yourself checked out. Anywho, I don't know. Do you know your idea at all, Wolf, yet or no?
No, I honestly got sucked into what you were talking about.
No, it's okay. Do you wanna? I'll let Tony go, and then do you want to talk about like the religion behind like just? Okay. Do you want to talk about Doom or like what? Because I do want to talk about like religion and the entertainment community. I want to do.
I'll talk about religion with you. I'll just be add-on today. I really got anything in mind. I'll just be add-on for everybody today.
Oh. Okay. All right, go ahead, Tony.
Yeah.
My thing was
it's not like the first time that's happened. It's not like the first time that's happened.
No, it's not that it's like it's the first time. I'm just saying, like, I want to talk more about the religion part when it comes to like.
I'm talk about it.
There's also, you know what? Go ahead, Tony.
Hi.
Hello.
So.
How you doing?
I have no mouth, but I must scream. What do you guys think when you first hear that?
Alien.
Taking a shit.
Right? Anyways.
No, ask
no
that question
mouth.
again. Hold on, I actually want to answer it
Taking a
seriously.
shit in a
Okay.
school. Taking a shit in a school.
No,
Hold
you gave
on,
me
shut
your
up.
You already gave me your answer.
Ah,
Yeah, fuck
fucking
you. That'd be
God.
funny. You know what? Fuck you all.
When you first hear, I have no mouth and I must scream, what do you think? B.
I think it's more of like the mental strain that some people have where they can't physically say something, so they just scream at the fact like of or load of too much stress or anxiety or depression and stuff like that. So what I'm specifically saying is that if your brain is so much overloadness and then somebody keeps on asking you like what's wrong, you just kind of just go, ugh, like leave me be. Like I have no way to tell you how I'm feeling because I can't tell you. I don't want to bother you, or this just continuation of mentally telling yourself that you don't want to ask for help. That's what I think.
Okay. I like your approach. And I'm going to leave it at that. I like your approach. So in this book, it follows the book follows a bunch of survivors, a highly intelligent robot by the name of A.M. A.M.
Mm-hmm.
They are survivors are twisted and manipulated in crazy ways. Their innocence are removed and they're turned into lustful,
I know
seeking
what this
beings
is
to the
now. It's
point
the
of
war
dying.
AI that went rogue.
Yes,
Yeah, I know what this is now.
but Am is stuck on one thing. He is
But
stuck on his identity.
may I add something in real quick about
You
that?
may
Funny enough,
always add something.
I'm
Yes.
gonna add something. The I.A.M. Funny enough, do you
Shut
know
the
that
fuck up.
they
I don't want to hear it. I'm kidding.
Man, it's like Bean now. Fuck that bitch. All right, next.
For one thing. You get to deal with that later, not me. Have fun.
Most definitely. So no, the I.A.M. is actually funny enough. If you didn't know, it's a direct description to in the Bible God. God refers to himself as I am, so it's also another entendre that the AI thinks he is God. Therefore, he says I
Well,
am.
in the sense of what God is, I would actually have to agree. God is all powerful being, the creator.
That's what I mean.
Am in this book becomes
It's
exactly that.
and he's trying to replace God in a sense.
He does successfully. He kills everybody.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the book, he kills everyone. And the creator of Am is turned into a ball of flesh with no identity of what it used to be, no semblance or similarities to what he used to be, which was human. And Am is just stuck forever trying to self-identify. Now, if I was to ask you guys a quick question, and I would want an honest answer. If I was to say to describe yourself, I'm going to ask, are you going to describe others to describe you? Or are you going to describe yourself?
How many fictional characters can I put into a single description?
Exactly. You are going to take others to describe yourself.
Oh, I was just gonna explain myself.
She was getting ready. She was writing her notes.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh?
And you
I don't
are
have
going to
notes.
describe just yourself.
It's a joke. Shut.
Anyways, a lot of people, and I say a lot of people in a sense of a majority, are trying to create themselves. They follow people who are famous and rich in hopes to reach the same thing. They do the things that they do in hopes to copy and be similar, but their own person. They take their identity and it's gone. Their identity is now multiple people. How do you live your life as not you, but others? You learn how to be them, but you don't learn how to be you. Now, a lot of this is like, oh, he's just taking shit. For me, I had a problem with that before. I had a problem where I met a group of people. I was me. They told me, oh, you're like this. I learned who that was, and I found myself trying to do the things that they did to be more of that image that they had. If I say to someone, you're really smart, I kind of expect that from you, there may be some part of your mind that will inadvertently take steps to be smarter, even though that's not something you would have done. Whether it's a good thing or a bad thing is not the point I'm trying to get at. The point I'm trying to get at is you take their version of you and you change.
Mm-hmm.
People get stuck doing that because it's really easy to fall into. If I say, Wolf, you're a dick,
Perhaps.
first thing you're going to do is either agree or be defensive. And maybe subconsciously that thought bugged you a little bit. I'm not saying it did or didn't, and if it did, that's not how I think of you. But it changes your view ever so slightly. And when you hear it again and again and again, it does something. And what's interesting about YouTube, Instagram, whatever, whether it hears it or not, I'm not here to discuss that. What I'm here to discuss is it'll tailor that information towards you. For weeks or maybe months, you'll be thrown into an idea that wasn't originally yours, but others. But then that idea becomes yours. That is the trap.
Isn't there an actual like mental disability with this whole thing? Where like when people hear things from others, they actually react to it physically.
There is a mental condition where you don't have like self-identity, but you take the identity of other people around you and you become that, but it's super obvious. They don't stay consistent. They
Spider-Man.
always change to the people who are around them. Let's say you take that person and you put them with a bunch of gangsters, they become a gangster, and they become the people who are around them. You take the same individual and you put them around a bunch of Christians, they become a Christian. They fully, truly believe it. But how could you? How could you fully, truly believe it if you were just this, like last week or a couple months ago? But yes, it is a condition. The idea of placing yourself in this box is something I've seen a couple people do. Siblings, parents, friends. And it's always been interesting because when they notice it, you kind of look at them and wonder, how did you not? And that's because of how slow it is. We can see something the instant it changes, but something that changes slowly, maybe you see it once a day, and then after a week becomes twice a day, and then at some point it just becomes all you see. Same thing with losing weight. It's slow. You don't see it, but it's happening. Being I heard you say the letter E for a second, I'm assuming you have something to say.
Um, it's kind of like when your parents come up to you when they know that when you're a teenager and you're doing some stupid shit. Your parents come up to you and say, "Do you want to be a follower or you want to be a leader?" You know, so when it comes to saying that, I wish parents back then would explain a little bit more to their sayings of what they actually meant. So, my dad used to say that to me all the time. He's like, do you want to be a follower or you want to be a leader? And what he was basically saying is that do you want to follow what people are doing, or are you going to be able to do your own thing and be your own person? Like in our human nature, we like to copy the things that seem right in that moment of time, to be seen or to be heard, or to just be simply like the other person so we can be liked too. And
Can
it
I
is
add
an
something to
issue.
that?
Yeah.
I think humans in general try and do these things in the hopes of having popularity and some semblance of power.
Yes. Because if that person did it, then why can I not do it and get popular too? It's the same thing it's also all over TikTok, where somebody comes up with a trend and now everybody is doing the trend, you know? So
Mhm.
there's also
If
I
you
was
buy me a
in
coffee, I will give you 5 minutes of my time.
that's
That's
fine.
all I'm hearing right
That's
now.
honestly, but that's something that you would do. If I bought you a
That's a
coffee, you'd
coffee.
give
It's
me
a
five
fucking
minutes of your
monster.
time.
It's white monster. It's nothing else.
No,
Listen,
you
if
don't.
you buy me a coffee, I'm showing up and making banana bread.
Fuck
Banana
banana
bread.
bread.
Did you say fuck banana bread?
He chose violence.
You chose death. All right, pick a caliber.
Fuck that fucking banana bread. Get it out of my face. I don't want it near me.
What's wrong with this? Wolf, fix it.
Huh?
Fix it.
Fix it. I don't eat banana bread either.
Oh, I want to say something, but we're recording.
Wait, hold on. Let
Want
me
to see
finish
the
this
I
N
thought.
want
word?
to
Let
call
me.
you. I want to call you bad things.
He's gonna say the N word, folks.
It's not at all what I was gonna say.
What were we gonna say?
I was gonna call you guys.
Oh,
Fucking Christ.
It's worse.
just there goes the bleep. Just bleep it good.
Who am I gonna bleep good?
The part where you said, you want me to say it?
What did he say?
Oh, are we gonna have two bleeps?
Yeah, two bleeps. Okay, he said bleep the.
But why
What?
is
Three
good a bad
bleeps?
word?
Well,
Because I meant it in a derogatory term.
they're gonna call it anti-Semitic some way somehow.
Goddamn
I'm gonna
right.
write this timestamp down. Actually, gotta write this timestamp down. Okay, but also to
And
add
we're
on
back.
to.
And we're back with the morning coffee. How's it going out there,
Welcome
Daryl?
back, campers,
It's raining
It's raining
sideways.
sideways.
on Total
Hey!
Trauma
You need an umbrella?
Island.
You need an umbrella? Had one. While stuck in
Lost out of the way. Fucking.
What did he say
And
afterwards?
continue.
Welcome
Let
back,
being.
campers.
Welcome back, campers, to depression and plenty of memories to tell your children, if you even have any after this show, because you might be dead.
Total
Promise.
Drama Island was like,
Half of them should not have survived. Half
no.
of them should be dead. All right, campers, it's time to fight the 600-pound alligator with your bare
All right,
hands.
campers. Today we're talking to Cthulhu.
All right,
Chef.
campers, I need you to overthrow the Israelites.
Okay.
Chef, grab Cthulhu, please. Fucking Chef was my favorite.
Actually,
All
honestly,
right,
Chef was my favorite too.
Chef was
All
awesome.
right.
Can I finish what I was saying? For the love of Jesus?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, campers, don't let Bean finish her story. I'm sorry,
You know
continue.
what, Tony? You would never know. You would never know what I was gonna say.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, thank God.
I can live with that.
Alright. Alright.
The Lord has blessed me upon this day.
And on the third day, God blessed me with no noise.
Yeah. On the fourth day, he
All
became
right, all right, all right, all right. Let Bean say something. Let Bean say something.
All
Bye.
right, Bean, go for it.
Okay, let me get as close as I can to this fucking mic. You guys went off so much that I forgot what I was gonna fucking say.
I have the spit monster.
Get a load of this guy. Not
Good.
remembering what to say.
Get a load of this guy. He's spitting instead of swallowing.
That's
Okay.
so gay.
High five to myself because there's no other female in
Only
here.
you said it.
Okay.
You're the only one who's saying it like that, Wolf. What are you thinking about? You thinking about me swallowing? kinda gay.
Yo.
Even more gay. That was even more.
He probably.
Did you want me to think about that swallowing?
No, just asking why you're thinking of me swallowing.
It seems like you
Now,
wanted
my
me
next
to think
question
about
is,
it.
why are you still talking about it?
Next question is, why are you still responding to it?
Why? Because you're talking about it. It'd be rude for me
All right,
not to respond to a
campers,
question.
find his IP address.
165-832.
I said IP address.
I know, it's the first couple of letters.
Letters? Don't you mean numbers?
Letters?
No.
You said.
Letters.
Dude, I'm making shit up.
Letters.
Letters?
I can count to 2, 3. I
I
can
was a
count to
letter
3,
once.
4. I can only count to
Is
4.
mayonnaise
Sorry.
an instrument?
Mayonnaise instrument. Wow, we are really autistic.
So
Speak for
what I
yourself.
was saying. So what I
Speak
was
for
saying.
yourself.
So what I was saying.
Man,
I definitely forgot it now.
Alright, all I have to do is do this one more time and I get a strike.
Banned.
Oh.
Queso came in the background and so it's like true.
Anyways, there's a solution to that, and that's minimizing how
Oh,
much
wait.
you let
I remember.
external things affect you. Yes, Bean. Say it fast before I ruin your flow.
So at the end of the day, yes, of course, people have that copy mentality. But like you said, it does get worse over time. At some point, I was doing that. I was following a crowd. But what I was going to say is that not that long ago, I went to Barnes and Nobles. And I actually passed by the psychology section and the philosophy section. I was gonna buy a philosophy book. I should have bought it. But I think I don't remember what it was or the philosopher that was who written the book. But man, I'm really trying to wrap my brain in what it was about. Anyways, but moving on. So when I went to the psychology section, there was a book specifically saying to break. I don't remember the name of the cover, but when I opened the first couple of pages, it says to break the cycle, you have to stop repeating the same things that you were doing already beforehand for you to become who you are. So the thing is that my question is, are we really the person of who we are today, or are we our
You're saying
parents'
you a pirate, bro? You're
images?
saying R a lot.
Are we actually our parents' images? Do we? Because we do have to follow or learn to be a person. You know, we have to copy at least someone to become who we are, right? But
Sure.
at the end of the day, you have to break the cycle from being just like your parents or being just like your friends to know what you want for yourself. Do you really want to be like your parents? Do you want to be like your mother? Do you want to be like your dad or your sister or your brothers or your friends that are around you? Like, no, you have to find the person of who you are today. There is premeditated categories already as is to pinpoint yourself. Like, I would say Tony is a forager. He's a blacksmith. He's also an entrepreneur, a person that just does stuff for himself. But that's a specific category. But he does everything different from what the norm puts an entrepreneur as. He's more to himself. He does things for himself. And that's what I'm trying to say, is that people nowadays don't understand that they say like, oh, let me put a basic norm out there. I'm an emo, which is emotional person. But behind that is wearing dark clothes, dyeing your hair, listening to alternative music. But you can be that, but be the person of yourself. You don't have to follow the trending clothes. You don't have to follow wearing dark clothes all the time. You don't have to do all that. You can literally live your normal self, but still listen to the music. You can still appreciate the fashion. You can still be who you want to be. If you love getting up in the morning, drinking your cup of coffee while reading a book outside, I think this is also me referring to that our last podcast, you have free will to make your choices of what you want to do today. But just understand that making your own choices is also premeditated. So it's kind of like a vicious cycle of like, am I really being myself, or am I still following a path of somebody else? But stop. Online puts into your mind of how you're supposed to be. If you stop listening to what you see online and start looking at the things that are around you, you will start becoming the person that you want to be. It's just more of figuring out yourself. You love to draw, you love to paint, you love to go for a run, you like to work out, you like to do this, you like to do that. Take the different path instead of just walking where everybody else walked. Yeah, if that makes sense.
Can I give you guys not homework, but something to try out for the next week? Just
That's
to give you an
good.
idea of like how much the device in your hand kind of affects the decisions you make.
Oh yeah, I can't.
All I'm
What
gonna say,
I can already
yes.
answer that for you. I can already answer that for you. Yes,
All
my
right.
device in my hand does premeditate my choices. I don't want to go outside because the outside world is scary and everybody's dying left and right, but that's not what's happening around you, but it's so scary to the point where you're just like, I don't want to be around nobody. Or like, let's say, like even now, since the cyclospora outbreak happened, I clean my vegetables and fruits nonstop because I am scared because for what I've seen from the internet. There's also, I think at some point, that I was not eating when I was younger because online all these girls were skinny and saying, "Oh, I'm not eating," and throwing up because I it makes you skinnier faster. Like it does. Your phone premeditates of what you do in your life.
For 1 week, delete, and you don't have to like delete your account, just on your phone for the moment. Delete all your social medias, delete YouTube, everything but access to the internet. Watch how many times you grab your phone. Watch how many times you think there's something important. And when you grab your phone to look at something randomly, realize the phone made you do that.
Mm. I have done that before actually.
Time moved slow. And then it moves at its normal rate. The longest I've gone by just putting the phone away was an entire month. And kind of do that just to remind myself. It is a trip when you're sitting there, you don't have a phone with you, and your pocket starts to vibrate because you think it's in your pocket. because you're just used to it.
Yeah, that happens to me.
Yeah, so I got a little tremble in my right pocket area.
Yeah, there was that
Freaky.
I actually did that. I still do it now.
Yeah,
Um
I do too.
I still do it now where I tell myself like I don't need my phone. I don't need my phone to go to the bathroom. I don't need my phone to go to bed. I don't need my phone to go outside. If I leave it at home, it doesn't bother me. It's just more of like, okay, well,
It doesn't bother
I'm gonna
me. It
enjoy
doesn't
my time.
bother me a lot.
No, it doesn't actually bother me a lot. Once I figure out like, oh,
No,
I
I was,
left it at home, my only first thought comes to my head is either my dad's calling me. And it always happens when I leave my fucking phone at home. My dad
yeah.
ends up calling me. And I'm like, I am sorry, I don't have my phone on me.
How
But
could you not have your? And then it hits you with the. How could you not have your phone with you? It's always with you.
it's always with
It's always
you.
on you.
You're always looking at it. And I'm like, I'm barely
Try to
looking at
prove
my
something to
phone half the
myself,
time.
Dad.
I wouldn't say
There's
that.
also another saying where um I try not to go out and take pictures anymore of where I've been because I just want to remember. There's somebody, I don't know if it was a video that I saw or a saying just take a mental note of where you've been. You don't always have to take out your phone and capture a beautiful moment. And I have done that. I'm like, man, this would be a nice picture. And I sit there and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to ruin the moment by taking out my phone, asking people to pose, whoever's with me, just
And
to.
there's my dumbass. I'm gonna forget if I don't have a picture.
No, me, I just take a mental note and I just remember. And I remember that moment of time. I'm like, okay. If it's something important, then yeah, I'll take a picture, but I'll delete it after a while. But I guess to our followers, you should do that. Take a week without your phone and see how
Just
time.
try. The biggest thing is to see something that you didn't think would affect you that much, how often you reach for it. And
Yeah.
that's the first step in kind of seeing it.
Hmm.
Because it's one of the easiest steps to take. Your social media is how you contact a couple people. Realistically, you don't need to talk to them every fucking day. You lose a week of what they're doing in their lives, and most of the time, you just look at it for 1 second regardless. If anything, you just have more to look at a little longer every day for 2 days at most. To
Do
be
you
fair,
know?
some of your friends out there are not that fucking interesting.
Yeah.
Mine. So I know it's not yours.
I'm like, damn, alright. I guess we're your fuck ass friends, huh?
I never said you were fuck ass. I'm just saying our lives are not that fucking interesting. And you didn't say I was wrong.
No, because usually my life is oriented around my child. Um,
Also, you should look at your DMs.
no. You said that I can't be on my phone, so I don't know who you are.
Perfect. Goodbye.
I don't know
Goodbye.
who you are.
I'm free.
I'm free. I
I
just remember
read.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl with that big
Yeah,
head.
the freaking big
I'm
head flying away.
free. That's all I remember. That's
Um,
all I know.
the funny thing is too, like when I don't have like if I haven't looked at my social media like all day, right? What I hate the fucking most is that I'm like, okay, I haven't looked at social media today or did anything. Let me just unwind at night and just look at my social media and just, have some laughs. It puts on the most depressing shit through my Instagram reels. It puts the most high anxiety bullshit through my reels. And I'm like, oh, oh, now I'm falling into depression, anxiety, and feeling afraid because of everything that I'm seeing in one go in one night. And I just put down my phone and I'm like, what the fuck did I just witness? Like, what the fuck happened? What is all this? I am afraid. And then, yeah, I hate when my social media accounts do that. And now what else? And a quick hot take. Hot take. The funny thing is that your phone listens to you. Your phone listens to you.
It's almost as if not every single person knew about that.
It is a hot take, though. That's why I said hot take. Your phone listens to you. Go ahead, Tony. Go on.
Yes. I would agree. I would agree. Oh yeah. So this answers questions, yada yada. Oh, the fuck was I gonna get at? Illusion. If you learn a lot about yourself when you just suffer. You learn a lot when you are by yourself. You don't have to do it for a day. You don't have to do it for a week. Just a couple of hours. Throw everything away. Your mind's gonna race. Probably gonna think more. And at some point, you just run out of ideas. You run out of thoughts. What's left? You. You'll see you for a little bit, what you actually do. Depending on what you're going through at the time, you do something like this, different things are going to happen. Your perception of yourself is going to be different than the actions that you take. You think of yourself as this big, huge, strong person. You're put in an environment where you're about to get punched in the face, and sometimes people shrink. You have nothing to go through shit, have no one to help you, have no one to see it. You actually become you. You learn to deal with it. You don't think of these other people and, oh, what would he do? When it comes to danger, this is the only thing I could really correlate it to, because I haven't experienced it in different ways. I've only experienced it through this way. When it comes to danger and you see it in front of you, you just see the danger. You're either going to deal with it, you're going to run, you're going to hide, but that immediate reaction is going to be you.
It's called flight or flight.
Yeah. If you remove the phone, all this other stuff, going strictly back to the self-identity and the way that it's a trap. You call 911, you wait for help, no help arrives. What do? You have an idea, it may not be what you do. You have to experience it and go through it to know the type of person that you are. That goes for everything else. You have these ideas of either what other people have told you, oh, you're like this, oh, you're like this. You don't know until you go through it. And to have these ideas, I'm not saying they're bad, they're just not true. They're false ideas. I'm not saying you can't have them, I'm not saying anything like that. But if you take a second out of your day, and I'm speaking to you two specifically, take a second out of your day and think, what do people think of me? Understand that that is their perception of you. Have you ever looked at what you do when they don't see you? Would it go against what they say? Or do you do the things that they assume that you do? Take, for instance, Wolf. If people say you're a super hard worker, you're doing this and you're doing that, and you find yourself sitting down all day, does that mean you're lazy? Or does that mean you took a day off? And
Here
how
they are.
constant is that. But there's more
No,
to us. And Bean, let's say people say that, oh, you're not a you're not a good mom or something like that. That's their perception. But what are you doing that they don't see? The sacrifices that you make, the fear that you hold, that fear and those sacrifices, they don't see it. Their perception shouldn't change how you react to your day. Your reactions are what you do, how you think. Because if they did change it, you're not really you. You're their idea. Don't get trapped trying to be who they think you are. Just be who you are. And some of us are constantly changing. Some of us are just that kind of person. You adapt, you change. You're not the same person as you were a week ago. You learn.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's just the person you are. You're just a constantly adapting person. But those same people, oftentimes, will be told, oh, I think you're this. That's all it takes. I think. Therefore, you are. And with am, I think. Therefore, I am.
What
And
he's
that
trying
goes
to
back to
say.
the previous conversation that we had with free will. I think, therefore, I am.
Uh-huh. What he's basically trying to say is that, well, this also goes for everything in general, is that um, your own words define who you are. So, yet again, if your parents come up to you and say, oh, you're worthless, you're going to think that you're worthless. But you got to remind yourself that you aren't worthless. You are worth of something. You are worth to yourself. You don't need to be worth for anybody. You, like, it doesn't matter, like, what people think of you. It's only what you think of yourself. I think there was a theory out there that says, not a theory, there's, I guess, an affirmation, I should say, where you stand in front of the mirror and you say you are beautiful. You are the most hottest person ever. And it will change your mind of how people perceive you. Somebody may come up to you and say, oh, you're ugly. And you're like, no, I'm not. I think I'm the most beautiful motherfucker out there. But there's some people who take that literally and be like, oh, I'm the most ugliest person in the world. But then they would do everything in their power to change everything about themselves and actually lose their natural beauty. Such as people who do severe Botox and lip fillers and nose jobs and plastic surgery.
But yeah, I'm done. I need more caffeine in my system before I say anything.
He's running out of steam.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so like I was saying is that you're the words that you perceive today is not what you really make it out to be. You are not worthless. You are not sad. You can just always tell yourself, like, if you
you are who
actually are
you choose
sad.
to be.
Yeah, you are who you choose to be. Make your own story. Write your own story. Do the
If
shit that
my
you want to
words
do.
are to be my own, same way with how I view myself. If you accept everybody's version of you, you become everything you're not.
Yup. Yup. Yup.
Just be you.
Just
Accept the
be
fact that you
you.
have your flaws and you have your struggles. But lean into those struggles. Lean into those flaws because those flaws and struggles make you you. You're not good at math. All right, lean into it. Okay, I'm not good at math. Do something. Let's say you're immature. All right, I'm immature. Learn how to be better. A negative doesn't need to stay negative. But things like you like tall women, whatever. You like tall women. You want to live your life with samurai values. All right, that's you. We live in a world where we have millions of thoughts, thousands of ideas. You don't have to be unique. You just need one thing that makes you you. And that's all it takes.
Mm-hmm.
Think of all the legends in the world. They were mostly normal people, and it was that one thing that made them a legend.
Yeah. You know, the one thing that I really hate when somebody calls you immature, I don't think it's a bad thing. You gotta
Well, it depends
realize
on what
that.
generation is
Hold
calling
on,
you
hold on,
that, to
hold on,
be
hold on,
honest,
hold on, hold
nowadays.
on. Yes, yes. No, I'm just saying it as a whole. Even if an older person comes up to me and says, "Hey, you're being immature," I would
You
generally turn to
immature
them.
punk.
Yeah, I would generally turn to them and I'm like, "So, can you explain what is so immature about me? Like,
I don't know, just
what?"
lonely. I'm sorry. I have too many jokes today. Continue.
Yeah. If an older person comes up to me and says like, "Oh, you're being immature," I would genuinely ask them. I'd be like, "Okay, what do you think about me is immature?" And if they see something along the lines that of something that I don't know, then I'd be like, "Okay, yeah, I don't know that. Thank you for telling me that I'm being immature about it." I think a lot of people need to realize nowadays is that like being immature is used in a broad spectrum of insults, and I don't like using immaturity as an insult when I talk to people who are younger than me, such as like Tucker, Tori, Tony, or I think Rainbun is also another one too. Like I'm just saying,
Yes.
like the way you guys think is immature, and I will explain to them and say like this is what I think is immature of what you're doing is wrong, and you're being ignorant about it. So then I'll try my best to explain and have hopes that, yeah, okay, they understand. If they don't understand, then I'm like, okay, one day you will learn. You will learn to grow out of that immaturity because you need to go through it yourself before you can figure out what you're doing is wrong. So that's my like little take of don't if you don't know how to handle criticism, then don't create yourself to be in that moment of time of criticism. Like don't play the victim card and somebody's going to criticize you for it. Don't be narcissistic or act immature because you want something for attention, because the more times that you do that and try to grab people's attention, it's going to make you look more immature in an insulting manner because people will know what you're doing. That's why sometimes people would be like, "Listen, you're playing the victim card a little too much. You need to chill." And then you're like, "Oh, I'm not." And then you start telling your friends, saying, "Oh, this person said this to me." And then you have all the yes man. And what I mean by yes man is the people that you hang out with and tell them everything that's going on with you and saying, "Oh, these people said this to me. Do you think that they're wrong?" And they're like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. They are wrong. You're totally right." Don't surround yourself by yes men. Surround yourself by people who will give you constructive criticism and tell you, hey, this person might have been a little bit of an asshole about it, but they are kind of right. And you're being this. You're being a narcissist. You're playing the victim card. You're being stupid about it. So I think I've surrounded myself with so much old people where they give me like so much constructive criticism and I just sit there and I'm like, ouch, but thank you. Um But yeah, is that all for you, Tony?
Yeah, pretty much it.
Okay. Yeah. So if you guys want to drop down to belows of what Tony was talking about, and touch bases on that. Maybe you guys should put your phone down for a whole week and not be on social media. Your life is better to look at than from what you see online. The more you have your screen in your face, the more you're just not gonna see the things that are going on around you. I can't tell you how many times that I look outside at nature and something always changes in nature, such as the sky, the way sun sets. I looked at nature so much that I can tell when the seasons are changing. I can tell what day of the year it is because um the sun is longer in the sky. There's one day out of the year where the sun is in the sky for so long. I think that's between like July and August. I forgot which day it is specifically. Um, I listen to nature. I know when fall is about to begin. You start hearing the geese come leaving. You start hearing the crows. You start seeing the leaves change. The smells, the things that are around you, is disappearing. Watch it. And why you gotta watch your phone all the time? Your phone is always gonna be there. The things that are in front of you, such as your family, nature, the things that are going on, such as festivals or little things, are happening all around you. I can't tell you how many times that I have driven somewhere and there's all these little plazas that have stuff going on in it. And I'm like, wow, I didn't know this was here. I didn't know that was here. And I didn't even need to use my phone to go find it. But yeah, so it's just moving on from that. Recently, over the internet, people have actually been finding out that the sites, or digging up sites, that God was actually real. I think I was scrolling through TikTok and they actually dug up I don't know if it was the garden of something. It wasn't the Garden of Eden, but it was a garden. I think both my
It was a
brothers.
garden underneath one of the monasteries where they said Jesus lies,
Yes, so they found the
and it's
garden apparently.
yeah. So the garden now exists. So now it's another check mark for it
The Bible,
happened, and
that
it
it
had
actually
really
happened.
happened.
Yeah,
Even
because
though
like
there's more literature proof in the Bible and in actually history when it came to Jesus than there is of even Alexander the Great, who only
yeah,
has, if you look it up, 2 fucking scriptures on him in history, but he's well known around the entire fucking world. But Jesus
yeah,
has a what, fucking 3,000?
yeah. I also saw there was that one, and then I also saw that the somebody was doing a research on the actual scriptures from what was in the original Bible towards the ones that we have today, that the Bible has been altered so much that
Of course, it's always been a telephone game. I've been saying that since the start.
yeah, I know, but I'm
That's
just
why
saying
I
like
don't.
now
Um,
people are starting to figure that out. They're being like, "Oh, this doesn't match the original Bible, so why does this say that?" It's just
I,
because they
I
want you to
only
think what
trust
they want you
the
to
red
think.
text.
Yeah.
Anyone who reads the Bible will know what I mean. I only trust the red text, and I only will trust
Um
the red text.
which
Because that is
where's
the
my
only
Bible?
thing
Hold on.
throughout every single Bible that has never changed.
Oh, let me have my Bible over here. I'm gonna grab it. Um, that it was the King James version of the Holy Bible has the red text of Jesus' actual words of what he said. You can go to what page does it start on? It starts on. Let me. It starts in Mark, and it's page 523. So if you actually have the King Charles, no, King James version of the Bible, it actually has like their original, well, mostly original scriptures of the Holy Bible. Uh, this one's kind of more um what do you call, not doctorated? It's older English than it is what we see today.
It is
Is
called Old English.
adactorated, if that makes sense.
Yeah, adapted, but you can just call it Old English. That's literally what it's
Yeah, I know.
called.
That's why I said, I was like, it's more of the older English, so it's harder to read because it's older English. If you can't read it, then I don't know how to
Closest
help
thing you
you.
get to is like Shakespeare. Pretty much just constant
It's kind of
Shakespeare,
like constant
but with
Shakespeare.
random words here and there, like ba ba da. I'm just like, okay, didn't
Yeah.
understand the word, didn't
There's
understand shit,
sometimes
but all right.
there's sometimes where I read through this Bible and I'm like, what the fuck is this person saying? Like, but I have to use my brain to be like, okay, they mean this, the meaning behind it. Um, but I think that new show that came out, The Chosen One, we're gonna have to sit down and watch that, me and you, Wolf, because
Honestly,
I'm
I want to
actually
watch
very
that.
much yeah, I'm very
Yeah,
interested to watch it. Ever since that show came out, now everybody's coming out with like all these things about Jesus and stuff like that. When did you remember when they found the time of Noah's Ark?
oh, Noah's Ark is still unfound. Noah's Ark is still
Well,
unfound.
no. There was, I don't know if there was an episode on the History Channel where there's a believed spot where Noah's Ark lies,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
it's
There's definitely
petrified
speculation of
wood.
where it is,
It's like
which can only
petrified
be
wood
found in
that's
two
turned into
places
rock.
on Earth.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
sorry. The wood used for the original Noah's Ark, as described in the Bible, has only been found in two places on Earth.
Mhm.
Funny enough, Florida and one place in the Middle East. I don't remember its name, but it is the only two places ever that has ever had that wood.
Mhm. And then there's also um links to that the ocean was above mountain level because there has been
Oh yeah,
fossils
because there's
of
like sulfur rock,
that
which is
too.
only found in like the ocean bed on
That,
the mountain.
yeah, that, and they also have found life forms that live in the sea, such as like shrimp or and planktons and stuff like that from mountain rocks too. That the water level was that high at some point, um, according
Not
to
really fossils,
research.
because fossils takes a million years to form. It was probably more I forgot what it's called. It's a process. I just don't remember it.
Yes, I know what you're saying, but if so, imagine like the water that high above the mountain now goes down, all that plankton is there, dead. Of course, mud and stuff and material over time is gonna fossilize that to be there. There, funny enough, there is a mountain in New York where supposedly
Why am I bringing one to Welcome to New York?
uh where the glaciers from the, wow, why am I forgetting, the ice age apparently went through, and I have found a fossil of of sea life up there, and this is like up there, like upstate New York. I really want to take you guys there one day. It's a very beautiful spot. um Hopefully I'll be able to take you guys there someday. But yeah, no, it's funny to start seeing everybody coming out with research about Jesus and his history and all that stuff. I had another thing that I also saw recently about a new discovery as well. Man, I'm trying to remember. You know what I want them to find? I want them to find the freaking the city of Atlantis. I want them to find it already. Apparently, it's too far deep into the ocean for them to even find the lost city of Atlantis. Apparently, they did try to find, they might have found it, but it was kind of
They
like
found something,
dud.
but it wasn't
Yeah,
exactly what Atlantis was described to be. It was
yeah,
a city off the side of Africa,
yeah.
but
I remember
it's
that
not.
episode. Do you know that guy on the Travel Channel that like does that uncovers like secrets and stuff like that? I honestly hated watching his show because he was like, "Oh, we're gonna try to find this," and then when he does it, he finds absolutely nothing, and I'm like,
You
"Bro."
know what my favorite was? The Sasquatch hunts.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was so funny. They're
Fucking
like, "It's over
rednecks.
here. It's over
It's
there."
over there,
It's
Dad.
absolutely
Ah! He
nothing.
gets good. No. They acted out getting fucking dragged into holes. Oh, I don't think you saw the right one. There was a new one that came out with
Oh,
them
it's a new one?
shooting a live round. It got canceled. They were shooting live rounds. These were real bullets. They were shooting them randomly into the forest, and then next thing you know, Jerry gets taken by the shadow demons. It was on, I think, the History Channel. No shit. I'll find
There's
it.
a guy, there's also another guy that's on TikTok where he no, it was actually on Instagram where I found him. He goes out into the Appalachian Mountains and does solely workouts in the woods because and then he keeps fighting with like this fucking shadow demon that's out there and he's like the
Oh, I
best
see that. I see
workouts.
that.
Yeah. He's like the best workouts is being in absolute fear because your adrenaline and is so high that you just
Faces
won't
like the
forget to work
fucking
out.
Wendigos. And I'm just sitting here like I went home.
I would have went home. I would have went home. I think
I'm
this
not
is kind of like
fighting. I'm not
Tony's.
fighting the Wendigo.
He's like, I'm
I'll do it.
strapped
Oh,
always.
we also need to talk about the difference between American and European forests and how dramatically different it is.
Yeah, I'll do my research on that. What are you gonna say,
The
Tony?
fucking
I'll do it. I'll fight the Wendigos. Just send me out there.
That's what the guy said too. He's like, I'll fight them. I'm strapped always.
Draft, bro. Give me a 1911 and fucking 4 mags.
then
I'm
you
gonna come
find
back
out
with
he's
a bloody knife.
resistant to 9 millimeter.
Bitch, I
But
said 1911.
Sorry, 45 ACP.
Don't worry. I'm
but
strapped
going
with
on
something
from
else.
this, hold on, going on from this, from the religious
He just
part.
throws a pipe bomb at it.
Quick thing, too. Apparently, the world used to have giants, right? The world used to have giants at some point. That's where we get all our pink salt. Apparently, there's so many mines of like pink salt. It's basically the dead flesh of giants that have been crystallized over time. That's also another
Is
like
this a Bible
conspiracy
story?
thing.
Huh? What is this?
No, it's I don't know if it's a conspiracy theory or I think it's more of a conspiracy theory, where people say that there's a bunch of spots in mines where pink salt is from, but it's since it's so buried that people believe it's from giants that have been crystallized over time from like the world or by the earth, and that's why there's no more giants. And the only reason why they're comparing this is because we used to have giant trees, which is sometimes related to the tree of life. If you have seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, remember when they went into the swamp and the swamp had this big tree where all trees were interconnected. Yeah, interconnected with each other. Actually, honestly, there is. I think it's in the redwoods. In the redwoods, there's a big tree there that is actually having its roots throughout the ground that creates other redwood trees. It's basically just it's vines with sprouts on it. But yeah, that's a little conspiracy theory. But moving on to more of religious wise, I think Wolf was talking about it that apparent like when Lucifer was casted out from heaven, he fell
Oh,
so
this,
far.
yeah.
Yeah, he fell so hard onto the earth it basically killed all the dinosaurs, such
Yeah,
as
there's a
related to the
religious
meteor.
Bible theory. Yeah, it's a religious Bible theory that thinks that Lucifer was the meteor that killed the dinosaurs.
Yeah, and we were talking about that, Satan basically just walks the earth, even though I believe, honestly, in my opinion, the devil walks among us. Like, I don't believe he's just in hell, like controlling it. I think he's just
Say something,
altering
but I
our
can't keep
brain.
my mouth shut.
Go ahead.
No, I can't say it. I can't say it. That's what I'm trying to say. I can't say
No,
it.
go ahead and say it, and I'll write it down. The timestamp.
Uh, yeah, we know he walks here. His name is Benjamin.
Or you mean Epstein?
That too. No, that was more ball.
What?
Remember,
Yes. Yeah.
remember, in the Bible it said that Israel is the synagogue of Satan. So
Yeah. So at the same time, I believe that he walks among us at all times, and that's why I'm saying
Among Us.
like feeding, huh?
he said Among Us. Among
Among
Us.
us.
Among
That used to
Us.
be very that used to be very big. But I think there is a step plan. Um there was one person saying that there's this basically what we're going through is a step plan from what Satan wanted and is trying to go against God right now.
God, I can't wait
To
to hear the trumpets.
it's time. I'm gonna
Please, I
take
just,
the rapture
Lord, Lord,
happens. I'm trying
I
to take
will
my atheist
let me
friend with
stay on.
me.
Let me stay on Earth, Lord, so I may fight the demons. Please, I just give me a sword. I know it won't last long, but give me the chance.
Well,
Give me the chance.
that's what you reminded me of. So apparently, when it came to Greek mythology, people depicted the gods that everybody was saying in Greek mythology. It was actually
The fallen
Satan
angels.
and the fallen angels. They were also saying that
The
Satan and the
Egyptians were the
fallen
same.
yeah, this people were also saying that the Satan and fallen angels also inbreded with normal humans, which created demigods. Um,
No, funny enough, they actually have a name in the Bible. They're actually called Nephilim.
yeah. So, but
It's the half breed offspring of an angel and a human.
yeah, which creates some very good um show stories, which
Supernatural.
they're all out there. Supernatural. Well, just saying.
Literally, one of the
Uh,
main characters was Nephilim, and it was actually a really good character. Jack, Jake, I think it was Jack. Actually, I think it was one of the best characters. Funny enough.
yeah. So that's another theory that he's always walking amongst the humans of the world, and that we're going through a set plan of, especially when it comes to Epstein, the social media controlling us. I think it's more of a religious thing than a government thing, and aliens. I'm putting all that aside. I think there's something big
Well,
going
the
on
Bible
behind the
describes
scenes.
aliens as demons.
Yeah. I still think there is life forms outside of the world, and they don't want to fuck with
Possibly.
us because they're like, what the fuck
I
is wrong
believe
with
it
these
too.
people? I bet you these aliens sit there and they're like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Why are they bugging out? um, but leading on, this kind of, like I said earlier, this kind of relates to Diddy and Epstein, kind of just being the epicenter of the starting point. I don't believe Epstein is dead. I think he's Palm Beach guy. There has been
Actually,
enough
that is
evidence.
possibly confirmed that he's actually his twin brother, and that
It's his twin.
not confirmed, but it's getting really close because someone did a DNA test on him in like a talk show, and that apparently he had some level of genetical traits that were related to Epstein.
You know what's
But it
funny
wasn't
is
it
because he's
wasn't
a
100%.
clone.
No, the issue was it wasn't 100%. So if it was clone, it'd be 100%. The issue was it wasn't. So the thing was
Genetic cloning.
in one of the well no in one of the emails from Epstein, he did speak about a twin who lived in Palm Beach. Funny enough. One of the emails stated he had a twin that lived in Palm Beach. And
Which
now
is
people were saying they saw pictures. They have seen pictures actually taken of Jeffrey Epstein in Israel.
Yeah, so I think there's a correlation between basically Satan is satanic cults basically going off. We're about to, 2026 to 2027 is about to be some crazy shit, or from here on out, because we're about to see some crazy shit happening. What a time to be alive, guys, am I right?
Can't wait for God to do a 360 no scope. Just absolutely cannot wait.
I can't wait for God to be like, all right, this is it. We're done. I'm starting to believe a little bit to the. Sorry, I'm cutting my nails real quick because I broke a nail. But
I can just hear it, like the little.
yeah, I know. I'm
Speaking
sorry.
of nails. Speaking of nails.
Hold on, wait. Let me finish. Let me finish this before you say your sob story about your feet.
My sob story. Damn. All right. Fine. We'll say shit. Damn. I was just.
Good.
I'm trying to
Shut the fuck
contribute.
up.
All right, asshole, fucking bitch.
Shut up, ho. Anyways, fuck. What was I gonna fucking say? I'm pretty sure
Forget
Tony
about it.
wants to
Forget about
leave.
it. Yeah, forget about it.
You know what? You're
Forget about
editing
it.
this video since it's 2 hours. Shut up.
Nope.
Because you're making it worse. Then this video would never be seen. Sorry, guys.
Not but human eye.
I'm gonna fuck somebody up. I honestly think the guy from the show, from The Chosen, is creating a lot of hope for a lot of people. Because since he represented God in such Jesus in such a beautiful way, I think everybody's trying to see him as a line of hope. And I hope that person doesn't think or let it get to their head or get corrupted that, he believes that he is the next Jesus.
Please don't be a pedophile. Please don't be a pedophile. Please don't be a pedophile.
Please don't be a pedophile. Please.
Please don't be a pedophile.
Not even that. I just really hope the dude.
Please.
I really hope that the dude does not take into factor of
that he's
him,
God.
That he's basically either God.
That pretty well.
But people say that and they still end up being that way. I'm just really hoping that this guy is not like that. But that is my conclusion for the whole thing of just talking about. We already know what's going behind the scenes. There's actors that are paying just to get publicity and fame by selling their soul to these secret companies, quote unquote, finger marks, to just basically do their bidding. Apparently, there is one crazy conspiracy theory that I heard just not that long ago, and I sent it to you, Wolf. Selena Gomez is actually dead, apparently, and
damn.
So when there was at some point after Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber died. Oh my god, Justin Bieber broke up. Before they broke up, apparently they had a child and was given to one of the Kardashians, and it was because they told this is right around the point where Justin Bieber was being basically owned by Diddy. This is right around that time. So when they had the baby was going to be sacrificed, but Justin Bieber had to choose who he wanted to be sacrificed. They both made the conscious decision to choose her over the baby, and the baby was given to one of the Kardashians. I forgot who, but Justin Bieber was sold off to Hailey Bieber's father, and that's why he's in that intermingled relationship of just not giving a fuck about her, because he's basically being owned by the father of Hailey Bieber. That was like one of the other crazy conspiracy theories of what I seen, and I was like, whoa, that could be possibly true. Who knows? I would never know until Justin Bieber comes out with his story. But they also said that the person that was portraying as Selena Gomez is another actor. I forgot her name. If I see a picture, I'll put it in here of who they think she's representing. But that was, I'm just saying, like, shit is getting for real. Like, you don't believe what you see on fucking TV. There's so much going on behind the scenes. Um, that's why I don't really watch TV as much anymore, unless it's just like some bullshit show or really old TV shows. And especially listening to newer today's music. I kind of just listen to artists who make their own music, such as I think it's JVA something that made Golden Hour and all that stuff. I think that's what his name. I don't know. But I listen to independent music artists instead of like the ones that are actually making music. And older music as well. And I don't really care about the Golden Globes or all the award systems of the fucking celebrities and all that bullshit. Like I'm tired
You
of seeing
have
that
the
shit.
other people in the world, to be honest.
Yeah, nobody fucking gives a shit about that. It's just basically their occultic meeting so that they can all tell them like, "Oh, you won a reward. Now go eat a baby and live forever."
Damn it.
Whatever. But saying that, are you guys have to say anything else or no?
I think that's all I got for tonight.
Okay.
3 a.m. I'm getting tired.
Yeah.
If being said anything important today, just remember, guys,
I thought that was a question.
fuck crazy. Hey, just learn your risk management. She's part of the equation too. Same thing goes for you women. Your man's fucking retarded. He's part of the problem.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, what he's trying to say is that
She was thinking that to art.
no, what he was saying
That's
was
okay.
is that like if your partner is not listening to you in the relationship of how you feel towards something, then you shouldn't be with that person. Your relationship should either be a 50-50 all the time. If I can't do it today, then you do it. And this is what I have a problem with this a lot. And if you see it, get it done. If I'm not doing it and you feel like I'm not doing enough, then tell me about it. And that should be the same thing for your relationship. If your husband comes up to you and says, "Hey, you didn't feed the dogs today, or you didn't walk the dog today, you didn't clean up this, you didn't clean up that," and but you're paying attention to your child, or you're trying to have some time to yourself, and you just look at your partner and just be like, "Dude, like I'm stressed out, I'm tired, I just want some time to myself where I can sit down on my computer or sit down on my bed or read a book or draw or do something for myself." But your partner is just pestering at you saying like, "Hey, you didn't clean up the house today, you didn't do this." It's a contribution of a relationship where yes, you have done these things, but it's also time for your husband to do the same thing as well too. Unless you're a control freak and you like the way things that you like it and you don't give a fuck, then that's on you. But at the end of the day, nowadays both partners should be taking care of each other to take care of your children. Don't have your partner walk all over you. But by saying that, drop your guys' comments down below. Let us know what you guys want us to talk about in the next video. And give a like, give a follow. And I hope to see you guys in the next one.